want to turn our attention to our second topic of interest. Amends, our cedi has been stabilizing this year, 40% we are told by the analysts. So there's been a lot of expectation, great expectation indeed, that the prices of many goods and services which we see increases in their price as a result of cedi depreciation, there's been expectation that rightfully they will now reduce as a result of the stabilization of the cedi. We've had the Minister of Roads and Highways particularly appeal to cement manufacturers to reduce the cost or the price of cement. I want to bring you back that particular voice of the minister some 3 weeks ago, and then come into a publication in BNFT this morning asking what will it take for cement prices to finally go down. Here.
Government is just about to roll out a massive road infrastructure project which will consume a lot of cement. We have the capacity to direct that cement should not be sourced from sources that are not ready to reduce their prices to reflect the economic reality that we live in currently. So I wouldn't punish them, but I can direct that we look favorably at buying cement from those sources that actually reflect the realities of the economy today. Pardon? The average Ghanaian just wants cement reasonably priced, reflecting the reality of the economy. Whether they are imported, produced here. Of course, government's aim will be that cement produced here should be prioritized. But if even Ghanaian cement producers have decided to make themselves the most expensive, what do you think the average person who is buying cement will do? You will source it from a cheaper source. It's the demand and supply matter.
Are you going to fight this to say you're calling for it, Minister?
Well, in my small way, I'm saying that government is about to unveil a massive road infrastructure project. We shall be ready to determine that cement that is used for government projects should be sourced from sources that are cheaper on the market. It's as simple as that.
Do you have average price range that we are looking
95 cedis makes sense to me instead of the so-called 120 Ghana cedi, which are called rent-seeking and so much unfair to the ordinary Ghanaian. I just spoke to you and saying that our ministry is about to unveil a significant road infrastructure program. And in this, cement is a huge component. I'm just giving an indication that cement dealers should take advantage and bring the prices down. Otherwise, we may be forced to say that if we find prices reasonably priced within the context of the economy, we have no reason not to direct that cement be sourced from those sources. That gives them away. Cement clinker is imported. Today, the dollar is down. They made the same argument. That is why they increased the cement all the way to, at a point in time, almost 130 cedis. If you play back their own words to them that clinker is imported, what is the importation bill of a clinker today? If they make the calculation, it should be coming down. Because we haven't increased price of anything, or taxes on anything significantly to justify keeping the price of cement at 120 Ghana cedis. We have engaged themselves, I had meetings. Guta and everybody have given an indication that they were going to reduce prices, but we are yet to see that reflected in the price of cement where we buy our items at the hardware shop.
But are you also ensuring that the cement components of contract sums are valued in such a way that the average cement price?
Of course, the quantity surveyors only put out in terms of whatever they are doing based on what the contractor says the price of the cement is. And indeed, there's an indices that the industry players use. But currently, the indices they are using means that the cement is selling still over 120 Ghana cedi. That is why the Ghanaian should be concerned. Because, you see, if government is building 6-unit classroom block, hospitals, roads, whatever the cement is bought, it directly goes back to the extract to be paid by the Ghanaian. So it's not the contractor's issue, it's the issue for the ordinary Ghanaian. That is why we all need to ensure. Nobody is saying that cement people should collapse. We are only saying that the same reason truck drivers reduce their prices, the same reason fuel traders reduce their prices, the same reason clothing sellers reduce their prices, are the same reasons that the cement dealers must reduce their prices. They have absolutely no reason not to reduce their prices. I have no ultimatum. I'm just saying that we are coming to unveil a massive road infrastructure program that will use tons and tons of cement. We would not hesitate by directing that contractors buy cement only from sources that reflect the economic realities. As simple as that. Yeah, we are always disbursing money to contractors. It's not on a daily basis. As and when government gets resources, we disburse.
So that was the sector minister responsible for roads and highways, Governs Kwame Agboja, speaking to journalists a while ago, about 3 weeks ago, talking about impressing on cement manufacturers in Ghana to reduce their prices to reflect the improvement in the cedi's performance against the dollar. You know, there's an infographic here that shows you the increase of cement prices from 2009. This was put together by the City Business Desk. So from 2009, a bag of cement was going for 9 cedis. 2010 jumped to 11 cedis. 2011 jumped to 15 cedis. 2012 it came up a cedi higher. And then 2013 it went up 4 cedis higher to 20 Ghana cedis. And then we saw 27. Since then it's jumped all the way to 108. And this was 2024. 108 in 2024. And of course, you could understand around the time the stability of the cedi wasn't so great. Now we've seen the cedi stabilize for over, by percentage points, more than 30%. And the expectation generally has been that, look, the price of same will go down. But we are not seeing that reflect. And Business and Financial Times is asking, what will it take for cement prices to go down? Because an LI was put in place, KT Hammond tried all he could. We've not seen anything. And the price of cement has implications for a lot of things. Roads, rents, because of the building construction sector, so many things, cements.
I think in some cases we have seen some marginal decrease in the prices, I must say. And I say marginal. I think what the expectation is to see something more significant and, if you like, useful that can affect the whole construction equation. Okay, I see somebody has sent a message that says that he bought cement at 90 cedis each. He's okay. So he said the shop in Ho called Dinash Enterprise. Dinash Enterprise in Ho. He bought cement for 90 cedis. And he says prices dropped from 120. Well, there are some places where you can still find cement for 100 cedis, 110 cedis, 115 cedis, depending on the type and the brand. So you could strike an average. But generally, we are saying that one of the biggest arguments that they made only a year ago was the price of clinker. And because clinker and other production components or elements were always imported, it weighed heavily on the pricing structure. Now, if we have seen not just a stability of the cedi, a reduction of the rates, and then appreciation of same, there are ways that we can also extract some value which would be passed on to the consumer. And basically that's all we are asking for. I mean, they make a point that there are other elements of the costing structure like excessive taxes and duties which have remained, and they talk about it. And there's one component of their production cost which is outrageous, which is the cost of electricity or energy. So yes, if you look at the whole spectrum of the factors affecting, not everything has come down. In fact, some indeed have gone up, like electricity. But since their core argument was on clinker, imported components and raw materials, we should see something.
It's very important.
And so this conversation will still have to be going on.
It is very important.
And that's why BNFT is asking the question, what will it take for cement prices to drop? They do a good comparison of other building materials. we seen a significant drop in the prices. So I'm just gonna read a bit of what the BNFT is saying. They talk about market checks show that iron rods, for instance, have dropped from about 9,600 Ghana cedis at the beginning of the year to between 6,000 and 7,000 Ghana cedis. That's significant. Security doors and plumbing materials have also seen sharp reductions, highlighting cement's unusual resistance to a broader downward price trend in the construction sector. Also, security doors starting price dropped from 1,750 Ghana cedis to 1,600 or sometimes 1,000. Okay, so taking a 150 Ghana cedis off that price. And then there's also the 20 electrical pipe, which dropped from 15 Ghana cedis to 9 Ghana cedis, representing a 67% price drop. So all this will be in relation to the appreciation of the cedi at the FX market, but we are not seeing that for cement.
But that's a good comparison to do, except that although they all are useful in the construction space, they actually all belong to different sector industries.
Right.
You understand? And then they attract different taxes and levies from so the equation may not be the same.
But
having said that, the what I'm getting now is cement prices have gone down in certain cases by 15 cedis in the last 1 month.
15 cedis?
Yes, in the last 1 month. Some from 120 cedis a bag to 106 cedis a bag ex-factory. Some have gone as low as 84 cedis a bag, and I'm not 32.5, and then the 44, so different grades, and so some selling for 84 cedis, some selling for 106 cedis, depending on which type.
And the market should also influence the thing. We should go and look for the cheaper ones and buy and leave the others.
Well, so I think it's work in progress. If the cedi stabilization continues, then I'm sure that eventually it's going to impact on the pricing. I mean, if you choose to outprice yourself, it's to your advantage. And let's also remember to your disadvantage. Let's also remember that whereas some people are using clinker, which is expensive, there are some cement manufacturers that we hear use quarry dust.
That's sourced right here.
Yes, other
Pozzolina or something.
No, Pozzolina is a completely different thing. But I'm saying that people cut corners. That's all I'm saying. People cut corners, and in so doing, bring their pricing down. Right. So just be careful what you are buying, just because it's cheaper.
Does not necessarily mean it's
exactly.
Quality.
So those are some of the things, So
it will then also be a legitimate expectation that as cement prices, iron rods, building materials are all coming down, we are hoping cement goes down, price of cement goes down more significantly. And we should also start expecting our landlords to also reflect that in rent, right?
Well, it will take a long time. I mean, what I'm saying is that if you're using quarry dust, whatever you're using, the Standards Authority has a duty of getting manufacturers to label their offerings properly, so that if I'm buying cement, I know that it was made with quarry dust and not clinker. I know that it's labeled so that I make my choice,
and I know what I'm going for.
Exactly.
That's very important. So
but we also invite all the cement producers to This Is Ghana. If you are producing cement in Ghana, come and showcase. Come and let the world know that as for your cement, it's good quality and it's affordable. Cement manufacturers, call 0205 973 973.
No, this is proper Agama.
Agama Lizard. At this juncture, one may ask, what is a clinker?
What is Agama? So this is Ghana is happening from the 6th to the 7th of September 2025 at the Ifwa Sutherland Children's Park. So it will be bigger this time around.
No, it's big. It's big. But I'm really serious about this cement thing. Because see, people look. you and I sitting here, we are not in the construction industry
at all.
And listen to ourselves how we speak about cement without even knowing the differences. There's a 42.5, there's a 32.5, whatever that means, we don't know. But when we send the mason to go and buy cement, we don't even tell them what we want.
It's true.
And they knowing the difference, they buy the cheaper one and charge you what you understand. So it's important that some of these cement manufacturing companies show up at This Is Ghana, educate the public on radio, on TV, and during the event, so that we will make proper decisions when we are buying cement.
Absolutely.
That one, when we come back here, we can understand the logic in their pricing
and speak to it with more authority.
Exactly. Exactly. And since we also talked about health services, we are selling solutions at This Is Ghana. Ghana made solutions in the health sector. You have a solution in the health sector. This is your invitation. Call us and be part of This Is Ghana. Education sector. Look, every now and then, you have even done an advert that is calling on prospective students to be at
an education for best education service.
Correct. With schools coming from Canada, US, UK to come and sell their education offerings. And guess what? We have private universities, private colleges in Ghana. We are saying that if you have a solution, come and sell. And they are sitting down with their arms folded. So if you are in this kind of education service, private education, tertiary, secondary, This Is Ghana is for you.
Absolutely.
Come and let the world know what you are offering, which makes you stand out. This Is Ghana, 0205 973 973.
No, I pick it. No, Samuel Atamesa.